Hello, everyone. Eddie here, and today we enter day 22 of the federal government shutdown. And something really caught my attention that was on the news all yesterday. Let me go ahead and pull it up. It's the fact that the east wing of the White House has been, parts of it has been demolished to help build Trump's new ballroom. Here we go. So, White House starts East Wing demolition to build Trump's ballroom. And as you can see, some of the photos of the demolition going on. Very interesting. That got me to thinking that I might as well jump over to the whitehouse.gov website, see what they say about the matter. And of course, they have an article saying White House ballroom continues proud presidential legacy. And in that, they go through the listing of all of the renovations done to the White House, from Bill Clinton to Barack Obama. Nothing to the scale that Trump is doing with his grand ballroom. But you can go to whitehouse.gov and take a look at what they say. The reason I actually want to talk about this is for the simple fact that, again, we're in the middle of a government shutdown. People are having a hard time paying their bills, putting food on their table. Heck, furloughed and accepted workers, especially accepted workers, are actually now being required to come into work without getting a check, incurring all those costs, trying to serve the public. And during that time, our current president thought it would be in his best interest to build a grand ballroom. So my question is, for anyone who actually voted for him, is this what you were expecting? I mean, because I seem to recall his campaign promise was that he was going to lower the groceries. Are the groceries lowered? I won't make that rhetorical. No, they're more expensive than they've been. More expensive now than they were under President Joe Biden. Don't believe me? Go to the grocery store. See what the price of eggs and milk and other things are. Federal workers are having to stand in food pantry lines, having to apply for SNAP benefits. Are going without finances and resources. And the thing is that I know for a fact quite a few of them voted for our current president. Again, I have to ask you, is this what you expected? Are you getting a good return on your investment or a return on your vote? I'm just really curious because even if you don't like federal employees, remember, if they have no money coming in, They can't support the community. That means they're not going to the local shops and buying things. They can't help out or do charity or such things because they don't have any money. Stress levels going up. I mean, everybody's stress levels going up. Think about the farmers. And again, I know for a fact quite a few of them probably voted for him. So again, I have to ask you, is this what you expected? Because I seem to recall over and over again, he said he was going to lower the price of your groceries. And that promise has not been kept. But it says something that the fact that even during all that, he still thinks it would be a good idea to build a grand ballroom so that he can host parties, which, let's just be honest, a bunch of you who voted for him will probably never get invited to go to. He thought that would be a more better efficient use of his time or time and resources rather than working on focusing on trying to get the government back open. I'm just I'm really trying to see whether or not people really do feel that perhaps it's possible that in your zeal to fight woke or own the libs or defeat the Democrats that you might have shot yourself in the foot a little bit. That you might have actually went against your own self-interest. Because also in the news, our current president filed a lawsuit demanding DOJ pays him money because of the Mar-a-Lago investigation on classified documents. So he wants to sue for over 200 million, which by the way would be taxpayer funded. So that means we the taxpayers will have to pay for his grievance because he felt that the search and seizure in Mar-a-Lago was wrong and therefore he should be compensated for that. So he wants to take those resources and put them in his pocket, or if you actually believe him, he wants to donate to charity. But if you believe that, guess what? I know a very cheap grocery store. I can point you to that direction. It will definitely lower the cost of your groceries. That's me being a little sarcastic. But seriously though, the fact of the matter is that this current administration is doing what I consider almost like a smash and grab. They are literally taking a wrecking ball to federal agencies, federal governments, and they are lining their pockets. The Trump family, along with all of his cabinet members that are billionaires, they are getting fatter, more wealthier, while the working class is having to scrape together in order to survive this economic pain. And yet, this was all in the name of, the left is too woke, or, the left is like communist, or left is like socialist, or, the left is too PC, or we gotta own the libs. Really, how is that working out? Because it's not working out so well for me, in that the fact is watching military personnel having to stand in food lines, that that really bothers me, because here are people who are putting their lives on the line, and yet they don't have enough money to get food. What bothers me is people talking about lazy federal employees, yet let these federal employees not be able to come to work because they can't afford it. The same people who are talking about them being lazy would never, probably in a million years, do some type of public servant type thing like that in order to help their fellow man, because generally I'm finding that those people who bash federal employees always are looking at what's in it for them. You know, these federal workers can go and get a private sector job because, obviously everyone's goal is to make money. This, serving people or public service, this is just a facade, imaginary. People don't really want to do that. People just want the almighty dollar. Seriously, smash and grab. They are literally wrecking the government and stealing taxpayer funds. So, can we just all agree? Can we all agree on this fact that he hasn't kept any of his promises? His party is in complete control. People are struggling. And therefore, when it comes time to vote, we need to vote them out. It's just that simple. We need to vote them out. That is the last that really is the only power we have, to vote them out. Because it's one thing that the President of the United States is doing all this. It's another thing that Congress is sitting idly by. Because again, I'm going to do whataboutism because I'm slightly irritated. But if Joe Biden was in office, this particular Congress would grow a spine and be able to stand up to him. Oh, they would launch a bazillion investigations. But yet, Trump's in office, and then now all of a sudden, I don't even understand how they can stand up, because apparently they don't have a spine. I mean, just watch some of the interviews when they ask people, when they ask the congressman about, well, Trump said this, Trump this, said that. Here's the go-to line. Well, it's Trump being Trump, or my all-time favorite is, well, I haven't had a chance to see that yet, so I don't know. I need to see that so that I can, make up or formulate an opinion. I guess what I really want to say for this long video is that, to me, it seems like it's human nature that we seem to have a mechanism that gives us self-preservation. You know, when your hairs in the back of your neck sticks up and starts getting prickly, and you become more self-aware, and you become heightened, and you do what you need to do to stay alive. So I guess I think if self-preservation is something that we all possess, then we need to start kicking in and doing it. We need to start taking notes and holding these people accountable. Because I don't think it's fair that millionaires and billionaires are living and enjoying this time, while the working folks, the people who are keeping this country running, are suffering. But then again, maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just well, it is. It's just my opinion. I would love to hear yours in the comment section. So please comment, please, pretty please. And then go ahead and subscribe, like, and hit the notification. And once again, if you keep watching these videos, I will keep creating them. Be blessed and thanks.